G'day everyone. Hi, it's Justin and Scott, a couple of dads again from BRRRRM Australia. Now, Scott, you've driven some weird and wonderful cars over the last few months, haven't you?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. I mean,
it's been fun.
Yep, it has. Yep.
Family-friendly cars, things like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Mate, I brought you down something today because I noticed that, you know, Australians love their utes, don't
Absolutely.
they?
Yep.
Yeah. Some of the biggest selling utes in Australia are things like the Toyota Hilux, Ford Ranger, but I wanted to bring you down something, probably the biggest truck I could find, the biggest ute I could find, okay?
I think you've met the brief. Yep.
Mate, this is a Ram. This is new to Australia.
Yep. It's
a Ram 2500 truck from America. It is probably like a super ute, this thing.
Yep.
It like, I'm just flummoxed by it, to be honest. It's a truck that when you drive it, you're at the eye level of bus drivers. It's amazing.
Yes.
It's got a 6.7 litre turbo diesel engine that puts out about 276 kilowatts, but get this, 1,084 Newton meters of torque.
Jeez. Yep.
It's huge, this thing.
Crazy.
It's got a almost 7-ton towing capacity. So we just want to have a look at it today because I guess for all the viewers out there, if you're looking at a ute, why not go for the biggest?
Absolutely. I've got to say, you've absolutely put a smile on my face because this is so different to anything else we've driven. Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to bring out the country boy in me, that's for sure. Okay. And I think this car's all about towing, really, isn't it? And you know, like if you want something to tow, nothing on the road will probably do it much better than this. Yeah. So,
probably not an ideal city car.
Yeah.
But you can understand how these things are very popular out in the bush.
Yeah, absolutely.
Towing, you know, it's an all four-wheel drive as well. It's like it's a proper four-wheel drive chassis and drivetrain, everything like that. And mate, it's quite luxurious actually. So you get to sit inside that. So you ready to have a drive?
Looking forward to having a drive.
Okay,
great.
Now, mate, we've just climbed in the Ram.
Climbed in is a very good description.
I think you're right. Yeah,
you definitely. I think you know it's raining well before anyone else does on the road in this car. You're up very, very high. First impressions.
It is big.
Yep, it's big. Okay. It's comfortable.
It's a Laramie version of the Ram, which is sort of, I think the guy from Ram was telling me it's a sort of mid-range version that comes to Australia.
Yep.
Now, these come to Australia in left-hand drive, and they get converted over into right-hand drive. It's a business that Ram's doing with Atico Automotive and Walkinshaw, the Walkinshaw people that do the racing.
Yep.
They actually do the conversion in Melbourne.
Yep.
And as you can see from the dashboard and everything, it's a pretty good conversion, isn't it? You can't really tell where, you know, anything's been cut and spliced.
No, definitely not in first look.
Yeah, very professional, isn't it? What are your impressions?
Wow, it certainly feels more luxurious than I would have thought sitting in here. It's got everything. Everything's well laid out and yeah, certainly spacious. You got the third seat in the middle, so with two people here, we're very comfortable.
Family friendly, yeah. It's got plenty of room.
Absolutely.
You've got a huge family, it's fine.
Yep, and the dog.
And the dog. But mate, it's got a nice touchscreen set up here, which is good with buttons and everything to use. One interesting thing that we noticed before, 240 volt outlet, which is great. So if you want to actually plug in anything properly electric, yeah, you can just do it with that. That's great. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Why don't we go for a drive?
So let's go.
Okay.
Sounds good. It's you're up very high. The dimensions of this thing are absolutely massive. It just takes a bit of getting used to, right? Yeah. In the city, I suppose. Out in the country, you probably wouldn't think about it too long.
No.
The tighter roads around the city, it'll be a bit of a challenge, but that's not where this thing's made for. One of the benefits of being up so high too is, you know, you definitely got that clearance underneath this thing. So out on the farm or anywhere where you're taking it forward driving, it would do a very good job of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it has got a proper four-wheel drive setup, which you know, you've got to stop and put it into four-wheel drive locking mode and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the price of it is actually 140,000, 139,500.
Yep.
This is the 2500 version, which you can drive on a car license. They have another version called the 3500. which has sort of a greater towing capacity. The only difference is the rear suspension is probably a bit more heavy duty.
Yep.
And that car there, you do need a truck license, a light truck license to drive in New South Wales. So,
okay. Yep. Yeah. For such a big car, it's not too bad. Just get a little bit to get started, and then once you got it started, it goes really well.
You think it's quiet?
You get a bit of the diesel noise, but yeah, not too much.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, to be honest.
Yep.
The ride's a little bit bouncy, but
it is,
I mean that's because it's it's got that ruggedness, I suppose, to go off road, isn't it? So yeah. Pretty much what you see here is standard equipment. It's got the leather trim. It's got the sunroof, the touch screen, and all the things that you need to do some towing things. Trailer brakes attached to it. It's got powered pedals. It's a nice dashboard, nice clear dashboard there.
Yep, it's quite refined in the fact of some of the features inside the cabin.
The touchscreen's got a lot of features to it as well, like navigation. Even it's got heated seats, cooling seats as well, doesn't it?
Quite
heated steering wheel.
Yeah, quite shocked by all the features. Electric seats with memory, all of that sort of stuff, which I wouldn't probably have expected when I first sat in this to have all that.
You get a lot for the money.
Yeah.
You do get a lot for the money.
Yeah.
It's got good grunt getting up the hill, doesn't it?
Does. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been driving it for a couple of minutes now, and it's starting to feel a bit like just a car.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah.
You get used to the size. I think it's not so much the length; it's the height that's quite confronting when you first get in.
Yeah.
You are up very high.
Yeah, you do.
The only thing I'd fault it with a bit is the brakes. It's a lot of car, and the brakes just seem a little bit underdone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just coming down that hill before.
Yeah.
Someone pulled into a driveway a bit faster. It took a fair bit of stopping.
Some pressure to stop it. I mean, it stops, but you're right. It does take a little bit of pressure to stop it. Yeah. It's actually got a couple of cameras in the back, one for reversing and one actually in the tailgate, which is pretty cool.
Very good.
Interesting thing about sitting in the back too, mate. When you sat in the back, you're not sitting quite upright as in other utes, are you? No. It's actually quite comfortable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plenty of leg room.
Very comfortable in the back.
Yeah.
It's just turning a few heads as you go past people. They do look at the size of it and the look of it. I think it's got quite a presence at the front. Yeah, absolutely. I love all the chrome at the front. Looks really good.
Yeah, it's got that American styling, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
One thing I do love about it, mate, is that this very American feature. You can actually open up the window in the back.
Oh wow, that's
How
nice.
Looks that?
Yep. Electric as well. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much seeing three markets, I think. Definitely country farmer.
Yep.
Definitely worth considering. I think anyone who's towing stuff, this should be a consideration just because its capacity, it's great.
Boats.
But absolutely.
Things like that. Horses.
And then I think it's that recreational weekender, that's got motorbikes or something they want to take, or going away camping or something like that, where you got a whole lot of stuff because that tray at the back is just is huge.
Yeah. I reckon it's one of those things if you just want to outdo your neighbours or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
For your neighbours just bought the Hilux.
Don't go around roundabouts in this thing. You just go straight over the top. Yep.
All right, Scott, mate, you've had a drive of this thing.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, still got a smile on my face. I think it's great. If you've got you want to do some towing, you've got recreational things to do, or you may be on a farm, this thing's fit for purpose. It's fantastic. Really, really good, and surprisingly sophisticated inside in terms of the features and just the feel.
Yep.
Around the city or anywhere on the fringe of the city, I think it would be hard work. It's a big vehicle. In length and height, it'd be quite restrictive. If you've got a purpose for a car like this, I think you should very much think about it because it's a really good deal, and it's as strong as anything. Right? You're not going to.
It's bulletproof, doesn't it?
It's bulletproof. Yeah. Very impressive in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I agree with you. I think for the price of the car, you get a hell of a lot, and as you say, fit for purpose. Nothing comes close to it for that towing capacity.
Yep.
At that price.
Yep.
Like it's brilliant for that, and the way I think, you know, the professionalism of the conversion from left-hand drive to right-hand drive, you can't tell. Like
no, it's not an issue.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, yeah, I agree with you, mate. I mean, it's I can understand where people find the fun in these things.
Yep.
Personally, not for me. But I think having something like this, you know, if you're into your outdoor activities, you're into your utes and things like that, super ute.
Yeah,
why
absolutely.
Not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Buy one.
Yeah. Now, mate, last question we always ask.
Yep.
Park this thing, would you look back at it? I don't think you'd miss it, would you?
I don't think. I think you could walk away a long way away from it, and you'd still be able to see it.
Oh yeah.
It has got somewhat a presence to it that I may look back. Right. I really love the chrome on the front. I think it's got a real. And if this is the sort of car you like, I think you would look back, and I think I would look back.
Yeah. I mean, you said it when we're driving. It attracts a lot of attention.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the presence of the car. It's just all there, isn't it? It's like Arnie, the Arnold Schwarzenegger of trucks, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, we'd just like to put out a very big thank you to RAM Australia for our loan of the vehicle and our drive today. And we'd just like to thank all of you out there for watching us. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.